So in this video, we're going to see if it's possible to make money with binary options and 5 principles you should master if you're going to start trading binary options. So I used to ponder the same things in my early binary trading days. Is it possible to make money trading binary? Well, the simple answer is yes, it is possible. However, you must make sure you master some things before it's even remotely possible for you to start generating consistent profit from binary markets. So here are my 5 principles to master. So principle number 1, emotional control. Emotional control is so important to your bottom line that if you ignore this tip, it's at your own peril. I can't tell you how many times I've been caught up in the emotional whirlwind of trading, even to this day. And the reason this is so important, it's probably easier to describe it in an example. So I was trading one day, everything was going right, and in my early days I did stupid things like follow martingale and double bet sizes, etc. So anyway, back on track. So I was trading away, having a great day, and I was up for about £100 profit for that day. Then my trades started to go wrong, and I ended up losing a few trades on the trot. So I'd lost that initial £100 profit I'd made and then some. So I thought, right, well, I'm going to win that back. And this is a really bad place to be because I was angry and hurt that I'd lost my trades. Throwing all caution to wind, I started betting heavier and heavier and heavier, thinking that my strategies had been working before, so I was bound to win my money back at some point. So I kept increasing those bet sizes until I ended up blowing my entire account. And I think if memory serves me correctly, I think that was about £300 to £400 that I blew in a matter of minutes. So definitely not a good place to be. So this is why emotional control is so important, because if you start trading emotionally, you're going to lose out. You need to trade to your rules and not to your emotions. So principle number 2, technical analysis. So technical analysis is looking at chart patterns, indicators, and coming to a conclusion about the underlying asset. Using these indicators to attempt to understand what is happening with the market. And this gives you the power to understand what price could be doing and allowing you to predict what might happen. So technical analysis is essential and it actually becomes a cornerstone to your strategy that you could end up creating, or it's the cornerstone to any strategy that you follow. And there's so much to technical analysis that this short video won't do it justice. However, I do have a free ebook on candlestick patterns, which you can see at the end of the video. And I'll also be doing a lot more videos on various technical analysis tools and techniques, so make sure you hit that subscribe button. Principle 3, money management. Money management is incredibly important. So in my story above about the emotional control where I'd spiraled out of all sense, if I'd been following a sensible money management system, that would have not been possible. So money management is essentially a system you put in place to limit your risk and losses to help you maximize your wins. So there's a few bad examples of money management as well. Take for example the martingale system. So this is pushed so much on scammy websites and especially around on YouTube as well. But it's a game of maths, and if you follow the system, you're doomed to blow your account. So you need to have basically unlimited amounts of money for martingale systems to work. In which case, if you did, you probably wouldn't be trading anyway. So if there's one thing you take away from this video, please never, ever, ever use martingale money management strategies. However, a good example of money management system would be using a risk percentage of your account. So let's say that we're going to say I'm going to risk 5% each trade of my account. So the risk percentage you choose would be determined by how accurate the system is that you're following. But however, with a 5% risk, let's say you have £500 in your account, that means the maximum you would risk per trade would be £25. Then if you lose that trade, you would bring your account down to £475 because that's how much you'd have left. So still running at 5%, that means your next trade would be a maximum of £23.75 for the next trade. And if you were to keep winning and grow your account, then the bet sizes would increase. So you'd go up to £30, £40, £50. So using a fixed percentage money management strategy is a good way to grow your account and limit the losses. So principle number 4, watch out for the news. You may have found yourself a winning strategy and it's absolutely awesome. You're winning all the time and it's great. However, something weird starts happening and you start losing. So what could that be? News, well, most likely anyway. So news is a massive factor in trading and can cause the markets to go haywire. And it's always important to look out for economic events and wait around maybe an hour to 30 minutes either side of the news coming out. So don't trade 30 minutes before the release and don't trade 30 minutes after the release. So you'll need to test these timings and see what fits your strategy and what you feel more comfortable with. It's also important to note that some people actually trade specifically in the news. So this is absolutely fine as long as your strategy is meant for that. However, more often than not, people's strategies don't want massive volatile news releases. They want calm markets and looking for specific technical signs coming out of those calm markets. So the easiest way to keep an eye on the news is either to go to investing.com/economic calendar. So remember to change the time zone when you go to these websites to your local time zone, otherwise you may get confused with when the events are coming out. So I like to look out for the 2 or 3 bull events on investing.com and avoid them for most non-based news strategies. So another alternative, if you don't like investing.com for any reason, would be forexfactory.com/calendar. Again, change the time zone and look out for orange and red events. So principle number 5, so this is not so much as a principle, it's more of a common sense rule, and that's to demo test your strategy. So when developing or testing new strategies, I would always demo test them first. It makes no sense whatsoever going straight to live trading with a new strategy. So make sure you pop on a demo trading platform, and there's 2 links below here. They're also in the description as well. So the high-low demo is good for a quick test, but unfortunately you can't sign into the demo to keep track of your trades. So if you sign up to IQ Option, you can have a complete demo account available to you with all the history of your demo trades, which is really nice for tracking your new strategies and testing them over a few days, for example. So it's really important as well that after you've demo traded your strategies and you're happy with it, that you do put it into live trading, as it can feel completely different with money on the line, using real money basically. So this brings us back to that emotional trading before. So work out the win percentage from your demo trades and set a money management strategy in place that coincides with the risk of the strategy, and maybe just make that risk a little bit smaller because it's a new strategy until you're happy with it on the live trading. So make sure you put all those principles together, and that will hopefully allow you to make more money and consistent money with binary trading. Oh yeah, and before I forget, I did promise a free ebook of the 49 candlestick patterns identified. So you can grab the 49 candlestick patterns identified PDF from the following link, 49patterns.tips.ninja, and type that into your browser bar, or you can just grab it from the link below in the description. So print that out, stick it on your desk while you're looking at potential trades, demo it, and see if you can come up with a strategy. So remember guys, if you enjoyed the video and want to subscribe and comment below, feel free, and I'll be pumping out more and more content.